Is this the beginning of xenophobia or not? Durban CBD used to be a normal city and humble city like it used to be until some politicians get involved. This is the reason why we ended up in this situation. There's a movement called March and March. This movement called March and March is a political movement which chases immigrants in South Africa because they do believe that South African's economy is damaged because of immigrants in South Africa. They don't matter if they are legal or illegal. They don't want foreigners in South Africa. So because of their thoughts, they drove people into this kind of anger. As black people, how do you feel when you chase other black brother because of a piece of paper? Why don't you sit down with this brother and you say, okay, you are living in this kind of situation. What we need is this, this, and this in order to live peacefully with that brother. In today's video, we are going to discuss about what is going on in Durban because this is important to talk about. Because if we do not talk about this one, many things are going to happen, and in the future, some people will regret about they will have done. So click on like, subscribe, and follow me for more videos like this one. Here in the description, I left a link in which I do explain how some Mozambicans used to go to South Africa through these borders here illegally. How do they do? Which ways, which roads do they go through, and many other things. So the link is here. The first link here in the first comment, okay? In the first comment and in the description of this video. Click on that. You will understand how do they start from their countries and go into South Africa. I want to explain you first of all, how do these illegal immigrants affect the South African economy. Between legal and illegal immigrants in South Africa, you have got 3 million immigrants in South Africa in this year, 2026, which represents 5.1% of inhabitants in South Africa. So between these 5.1%, some are not legal. So how do they affect negatively the economy, the South African economy? Listen to me. Imagine that you are going to school with the aim of coming out and work in a company, like it can be in a construction company, in a driving company, and many other companies. There is someone coming from Mozambique, from Zimbabwe, with the same knowledge that you are going to take at the school, okay? And he comes to South Africa. Imagine that if you get graduated and you come out, you will your salary will be at least 20,000 rands, for example. And he says, I do work for less than that. That affects you because the employee, he wants benefit, okay? He's starting comparing who will take the most between you and this foreigner, okay? The illegal one. So it happens in livestock, agriculture, and many other industries. So these kind of things pisses off South Africans. This is the reason why movements like Dudula and March and March exist. They do exist because of this kind of people. Dudula and March, they are not here just to eliminate this one. They are here because they do want this to continue happening. They still want the borders opened because they do depend on this kind of movement because they are politicians. I mean, these movements are political movements. So a few days ago, this movement called March and March started a simple march which they called a Pacific March in order to aware all of the immigrants to go back to their homelands. So this march did not end up just like how they planned it. It ended up in violence. Any business shops in CBD, they were closed, and all of those businesses which they identified as foreigner businesses, they destroyed, as you can see here.
Well, I saddled up my shoe, headed out at dawn. Yeah, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Ain't no place gonna hold me when the road keeps rolling on. Woo.
These businesses here, they contribute a lot to your GDP. Do not forget that this contributes a lot to the GDP. South Africa's GDP, it depends in part in these kind of businesses because they are registered, they do exist. You see this one, their Pick and Pays destroyed. There are many other shops destroyed there. Do you know how much money these business owners lost in this kind of things? How do you think that they will get the stock and sell it to people? Where they are going to get the money from? I have one suggestion. Instead of chasing, because if we get in this kind of things, what we do see is South African black people chasing other African foreigners, black people, because of a piece of paper. In the beginning of the time, before the Europeans came to Africa, we were one. Okay, we were one. Me, I'm from Mozambique. I was born in Mozambique, but my ancestors, they are not from Mozambique. They came from Eswatini. So during that process of dividing Africa, they ended up here, and I was born here. Some of you in South Africa, you are not from South Africa at all. If you go start reading about your history, you will find out that you are not completely South African. You are coming from somewhere. So instead of chasing black people, because in this kind of struggle, we do not see Indian, Pakistanis, Arabian, Chinese people chase it. We do see other black people chased by black people. So what I would like to suggest is, instead of chase someone black like you, why don't you organize these illegal people and explain how do they have to live and build up a structure in which those illegal will belong, in order to do what? In order to pay some taxes, because the only thing that you do complain here is they are using the public services without paying for those public services. So in the other side, they are legal people with legal businesses, and you want to destroy everything. I want to leave you this video here in order to make sure that you do understand what is really going on in Durban right now, because if this one we do not talk about it, nothing is going to happen. I mean, the worst will happen, and some in the end of their lives will regret about what they have done in their lives. Okay, so me, I'm not that much fluent in English. I'm here just to explain you how it works. So before you watch the video, I would like to mention that I left the link of the video in which I do speak about this process of going illegally to South Africa and why does people go illegal to South Africa. So in the next video, I will try to explain you and tell you some other stories about this kind of things. I leave you with this video in order to make sure that you do understand what is really going on in South Africa right now. I'm gone. Bye bye. See you in the next video.
We are fixing this continent. This thing of you guys moving from one country to the other, it's no longer working. We don't want this as African people anymore. We are tired of seeing African migrants moving all over the world, refusing to fix your own countries. Now we're making it very clear to you guys, Utitina, we don't want you here. We want you to fix your countries. Now you came here with a traveling document. You came with a passport. You know that you are a visitor, but now you decided to come and integrate in our communities. You know very well that what you have done is wrong.
How many children do you have here?
We can come to Ghana and do what you're doing.
AP passport.
Eh? Now you are carrying a bucket. It's 11 a.m. You were supposed to be fighting the government of Ghana there to ensure that they are getting things right.
No, there's no fight in Ghana. You must fight what they did.
Where's your papers?
Passport.
Passport.
Where's your passport?
Take it out. Baba.
Let me see your passport. Let me see. Luna. Okay, tell me. Who's the police officer that you are bribing to certify these things for you?
I didn't bribe.
Baba, let me tell you, I'm not
Check the
foolish.
date.
These things, let me tell you, you know by law you're not supposed to certify as an immigrant. You're not allowed to certify your passport.
No.
Okay, why do you certify your passport in a foreign land?
Okay.
Let's just start there. Why do you certify your passport in a foreign land?
You see, it was raining.
Hey, I follow you guys now on Facebook. How you?
It was raining these days. You see. Then when you go out with the passport, sometimes it gets spoiled. That is why I satisfy it so that it won't spoil.
Baba, Ghana don't do that.
But it's
Okay.
right.
Ghana don't do that.
All right, sharp.
Ghana
Let me
is the
show you.
oldest African country that is.
Let me show you that
on
when
our side, they
you are
doing the
abusing
same
our
thing.
systems, ne? On
Don't
the
do
on the
that. Go
10th of
home.
April, okay, the 10th of April, you entered your country when. The very same day you came back when yeah, it's a proof. Yeah, proof. Here's the proof.
That crocodile can't go.
You went to Ghana on the 10th, and then you came back.
No,
Because here it says you exited Ghana to South Africa. When? Here it says you entered, here you exited. And it's the same date. It's the 10th of April, 10th of April.
This stamp you got there in Elof Street on the street. This is where you got the stamp.
Oh, they've got a connection here.
no.
I am telling you, that's where they buy it from.
They are the example of unity. March and March, Nazis in Caesar, and the president of the Confrontation, nangu unsizwa lunsizwa foundation umfowethu undabandaba sibambisene la ngoba sifuna ukuprove ukuthi ama civil organizations ama community based organization they can reparate this country. Siyabonga kakhulu kwingalo umthetho ngokuhlonipha ngoba asikho violence sizinsizwa nje asikho violence asone lutho into enginyanya kakhulu engicethingiseki ilento yosopolitiki abakapitalize kulento behlile ukukhankasa behlile ukumela ama mandate abo bezokhankasa ngokuthi thina siwuzulu violent shana sodwa esishaya abantu bokufika akekho umuntu oshayayo la yabona igebengu nosikhotheni abenza leyo nto leyo thina sithi ama illegal immigrants abahambe bonke osopolitiki nepolitiki ihlulekile abahluleke nepolitiki abathi abantu bokufika baqhubeke behlale la boyibona bafana nobani soon and very soon we are going to change and liberate this country.
Bakhathalisa izinto zabantu bona sebelwana abantu futhi bakube yabo iproblem ilapho manje babona sithi ngebehole bona ngoba nakho kuseqale so iproblem manje sekule abantu abamnyama abamnyama
iplose company leyo
ayabo abantu abagadayo nje
abagadayo
bagada lento zabantu bokufika mayona iproblem isikho
bahlanya ngiyabona